I get called for city correction. They put me in the academy in Rikers Island. I'm there 5 days. But during my time at Greenhaven, I had to go back to I think it was a 6-week academy. I forgot to be certified, whatever. A little too late. What are they going to teach you? So now I'm in Rikers Island, and I'm in the academy, and it's the 5th day. It's a Friday. I get called. I'm like, what did I do wrong now? Right? Turns out they were so short men, being I was certified by the state, they gave me 1 week's training for the city. And they put me, I was so fortunate. There was 5 state COs there. I lived in Queens. They put me in the Queens House of Detention. The night before, my wife and I were driving to a friend Helen's house. And I said to her, you know what? It's going to take me 20 years to get to this place. What's the odds the next day I get assigned that?
Wow. And it's just because of your experience from the first place?
Well, it was the reason I got pulled out of the academy was because I was state certified. I probably got picked to go to the Queens House because I lived in Queens. That's what I would imagine. Somebody from the Bronx probably went to the Bronx house. Somebody from Brooklyn went to the Brooklyn house. I think that's what they did. But I remember they gave me a shield number, and it was low. It was 1096, and that's a low number. So when I showed up, they probably thought I was some transfer from another jail, But I was there for a short while. I already had the experience, which, working in a state jail. And I thought the city jail would be easier. It really was wild because, remember, they're not convicted yet. So, basically anything goes. I was there a couple months, and something happened. A fight broke out. I helped an inmate. I helped an officer out. And next thing I know, I'll never forget, I get called in to, his name was Deputy Warden Cantwell. He was the head of security, a heavy Irish brogue. I thought he was testing me. He's like calling me lad, and he's asking me what shift would I like to work, what days. And I'm like, listen, I'm new here. I'll work whatever's given to me, because at the time I was on the wheel, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7, every week it would rotate. So I thought maybe they were just checking me out to see if I was some kind of jerk or something. Well, what happened was, being that I had helped that officer when he was in trouble, they assigned me to the special housing unit, which I had every cop killer, like the worst of the worst. And the craziest part was, on one tier were all the cop killers. On the above tier were cop killers that got locked up, snitches, and even had trans, whatever you call them at the time, there too. So I worked that, and it was a steady shift, rotating days off, but I knew how to handle inmates. I knew how to handle them. I had a few encounters there. One was really scary, but it was something I could deal with.